Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to CEVO Season 6. I'm sorry for the duck noise in the background. I tried to get her to be quiet. Anyways, I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by Ruptur for what is surely to go down as in history as the day the two brothers united and turned the series around. Ruptur, how's it going, man?
It's fine. I'm just here sitting and just eating popcorn and... yeah. Once again, the brothers reunite, and well, it might be what eHug needs in order to turn this thing around. No promises, but hey,
right away though, they pick up the Sumail Storm.
Oh God.
And
also, by the way, the reason why we have this upcoming situation is because Trial seems to have a little bit of a
emergency of some sort.
Emergency, yeah, that would be the better word to describe it.
They just said emergency, not family emergency, right? Or either way, though.
It could be an emergency. It could be like maybe his pipes broke. Maybe he has extra snow in his garage. Maybe he has explosive diarrhea. Maybe.
I don't think it's something serious though. It's not like, hey, let's just get Sumail in here.
I'm just trying to color it out a little bit more, you know, the comedic side of things.
Realize though that I'm eating, so keep your descriptions.
Oh well, maybe someone spit on his food.
No, Ruptur, that's just mean.
Ja.
You
Ja.
Hoi 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 BR. Speaking of hoi hoi BR, I mean, we've heard a lot about this paying gaming thing. They're actually apparently up a game in the Summit right now, which is nice. I mean, they're against Root, which is now, or what the Thundercats was, which still a formidable team, but they're actually looking pretty good. And Not Today took a game off EG earlier today, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, it is pretty big, but at the same time, it's like, well, now they're gonna have an excuse to yap around for like 2 or 3 months, even after the tournament ends. Like, well, we beat EG once. It's like, well, yeah, good.
Yeah, okay, you're a good team. I mean, they're a good team nonetheless, especially considering this is a new roster.
I'm just saying, you know, on the side of what is going to happen. But it is really good for them because Peru desperately needs some like good news after the whole shebang that happened this month. You know, It's like, well, God, please give us something. And I actually, it really rubbed me the wrong way, the whole EG with paying gaming, particularly because the Tavo and the rest were pretty polite about it, and just, you know, PPDP. Yeah, but I mean, it was just like, I mean, if you're gonna rage to a South American team at all, it's like, well, rage at I don't know, Argentinian rejects or Israels or hell, even same not
don't rage at Israels are good guys most of the time.
Yeah, but I mean, well, okay, let's discard Israels, but let's say Not Today themselves, you know, because usually Mystico is quite a diva on the lobbies, you know, and you know their managers.
I'm gonna cut right here though. Cut. We got a draft, and we need to talk about it because it's getting very interesting very quickly. We got Sumail Storm Spirit. We can only assume.
Yes.
I haven't seen Infinity play it, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably not him. Sniper, Lion, Tiny. This looks like a very scary draft for Black Sheep. And right now, I'm betting eHug are debating: do we grab Wisp now and try to make it work, or do we let them have Tiny Wisp and run for our lives, basically?
Well, here's the deal. I have seen Infinity play Storm Spirit. I think it was on the group stages of Battle of America. He did it with good success because Storm Spirit is like a puck. However, Sumail's Storm Spirit is quite something, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So they're probably going for that. They're not gonna pick the Wisp, but at the same time, I think that could have worked because a Storm Spirit with a Wisp is a pretty strong combo.
And pretty scary too, yeah. Black Sheep, I'm surprised they're not picking it right up if that's their plan.
10 seconds.
I mean, like I talked about with eHug the first game, although you weren't quite here, but I mean, when you're starting off a best of 5, you got 5 games potentially. You got room to mess around a little if you need to. For Black Sheep, they're up 2 games. They've got room to mess around a little if they need to.
Here's the deal also.
Not that they should try it, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, either they're really comfortable about this, not picking the Wisp right away, in the fact that, okay, we're gonna wait for them to burn a ban into the Wisp. Maybe they're not even considering the hero at all.
Yeah.
And or on the other hand, it's like, well, we're gonna get it on 5th pick because how the hell are you gonna fit a Wisp on the eHug's lineup currently? It's like, how? Like,
yeah,
it's impossible, man. You already have your, unless you're playing like a Course Vengeful.
No. Mid lane Enigma. Slasher's
or
Way.
mid lane Enigma, or an off lane Enigma,
joking.
or something like that.
It's not really Slasher's Way, of course, but
Yeah. I mean,
as far as
outside
I
of an
know.
off lane Enigma or something like that, there's no way that's gonna fit. Unless they're Black Sheep, there's like, well, we could use a Tiny just to, you know, draw out like really awkward or really different draft coming from eHug, and then just keep him like as a battering ram. Meaning he's gonna be like the carry per se, but actually, okay.
Oh, okay. I love this. And
Why?
let me tell you why. After I
Okay.
swallow my food.
Like a third
Black
fool.
Sheep can't pick a support right here, or they can't pick a support that says, "Hi, I'm a support." Like,
10 seconds remaining.
they can't pick something that would rule out Wisp here. In other words, you see what I'm saying? So they pick Undying, someone flexible enough to be a support, but also flexible enough to be an offlaner. And also a hero who's very good in the current meta with pretty much anyone.
10 seconds.
Especially a nuker as a dual offlane kind of thing. They'll ban out the Centaur though, and I can see that from Team eHug. I could also see a Tide coming their way though.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, well, you're gonna ban the Centaur, might as well pick the Tide. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Here's the deal. I would love to see like a Tiny, but you know, regular Russian Axe, you know, with drums and stuff. But instead of going for the BKB route, just a split push with this guy.
Yeah.
You know, get a Blink Dagger, maybe rush, then the Aghanim's and the drums, and then just try to do like a 4 protect 1, unless. Except that it's not protected, it's more like we're gonna do our team fights on our own right, and you as a Tiny are just gonna split push the whole team.
Oh, but
Like a
speaking
Brute
of split
Mode.
push, yeah. Now, okay, as much as I like this, I kind of hate it at the same time.
Yeah,
let's
because
be
the Tiny
honest,
gets an axe, and you're pretty much gonna deal with that immediately.
but Undying as well. I mean,
Oh.
his skills are based on how many units are near me. Especially Soul Rip. There's a lot of units near you, with Enigma and Brood.
That's actually pretty easy. That's quite huge, actually. I didn't thought about it.
5 seconds.
That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it's like, what, 30 damage per unit, max of 16. Let me pull up this Zeol calculator.
30 per 16 is around 500 damage around there, or 4.
480 magic damage. And
Yeah,
a sand.
480.
Oh god!
Dire team pick.
As if enough stuff wasn't exploding already. You know, Sand King with Caustic Finale will completely ruin your fun as a Broodmother.
And
Oh, hi, I
this
just
reminds
killed
me
one of
of the
them.
trailer for Dirt Mall. That's pretty much what is coming to my mind right now.
Yeah.
The trailer for Dirt Mall. Explosions everywhere.
It's gonna
I
be
don't know.
awesome. Anyways, I will say though, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that since Brood is such a good laner, I think that eHug can win this. It's not gonna be easy, but they are backs against the wall. They gotta do something. Okay?
Well, I got a little bit of a counter argument to that. Check the names on the rolls for eHug.
MJW on the Brood, Ryuzal on the Venture Spirit, Sumail on the Enigma. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. His brother's on Storm.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'll grant it that, but I don't know. I was expecting some else Storm, to be honest.
And then Infinity on the Slark. It feels like I'm a balloon that's been blown up and then just, like, slowly let the air out. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It kind of, I mean, I think that the expression coming from INL, it's FEG, kind of sums it up pretty nicely. Like,
Oh,
The battle begins.
yeah.
it has the wrong tag, but I think
Yeah.
it sums it up pretty nicely. Anyway, let's go through the lineups if you may.
I basically did eHug, so go ahead.
Alright, so on the side of Black Sheep, once again, we're gonna have Bloody Nine with the Undying. Sexy Bambo with a Tiny, surprisingly enough. Ya is gonna be on the Lion. And Brax is gonna be on Sniper. On the solo lane, actually, is gonna be I Annihilate with the Sand King, which is quite an interesting matchup versus the Broodmother.
Actually, I think this is a great matchup.
It's horrible, but versus the Broodmother actually makes a lot of sense, especially with the Caustic Finale leveled up at
Yeah.
1.
Brood has no fun in this lane. A 1v1 lane with the Sand King is hard enough anyway, especially if he's a core and he's going to max that Caustic Finale very early on. You're going to have spiders around you. They're going to be basically more explosions on explosions on explosions. You dead. I'm sorry, but you dead. And you can't get close to the creep wave, because every time he gets a last hit, he does burst damage with it. And he pushes the lane closer to you, like, sure, okay, he's pushing the lane. Who cares? He's alone there. He can pull it back if he wants to. He can do this. Meanwhile, up top, you've got Infinity. I'm not sure if you can purge off Decay. And if you can, this lane will be relatively easy for him, but...
No, you can't. I don't think you can.
If you can't, then this lane gets really hard, because not only do you have a Lion and a Tiny to nuke, you have an Undying to take away your HP. And I don't mean, like, do damage and take it away. I mean actually take your HP away from you for a period of time. Which is why this is more and more popular in pubs. I've seen Zeus Undying lanes and other similar lanes just crush. Simply because you don't have health and then you get nuked.
I mean, have you played the event? I mean, that was what's all about, man. It was just like Undying Zeus all day, every day, man. I mean, and the reason why I know that the decay doesn't dispel is just by the fact that it's the same. I would guess it's the same kind of spell that the Quill Spray does. And I noticed that on like previous games that you pop a Quill Spray and it's like, well, yeah, you do your Dark Pact and I don't care, man.
Oh, but Bloody Nine, he's in trouble. Sumail actually digging a lot of damage into him with the Eidolons and the leash. Here it goes, first blood going over to Infinity. eHug get a glimmer of hope in game number 3.
Actually, that would also explain why Infinity went with so many tangos. Now Ryu's he's thinking about it on the middle lane, but it's gonna be difficult.
I think honestly they originally planned to try lane the Tiny bot and put Undying in the off lane, but when the Brood came up, they saw the opportunity for the Sand King core and just said, you know what, we're up 2 games, let's try it. Yeah.
And again, I feel just like, I mean, they could try to use like a Sexy Bambo as a split pushing tool, and honestly, would work like a charm. You know, it's like a Lycan, but has better team fight. And the middle lane, in the meantime, Ryus is actually gonna get a lot of damage sunk into him as well.
Yeah.
Quick decay and a couple right clicks from Brax, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Even Jaguar gets a little bit of a piece of the action.
Yeah, he gets decayed right there. Pretty quickly. There is going to be a bottle headed his way pretty soon. Enigma now with the Soul Ring. Sumail is farming pretty well here. It's not the best I've ever seen, I'll say, but it's pretty decent.
It's up there.
It's not okay. Okay, I like that move there.
That was really good movement.
I wasn't talking about that, but
Ryusal.
Yeah, they actually managed to secure a kill on Tiny. I was talking about him. He just laid a Midnight Pulse down on this camp to not only stack it, but clear out the trees, give himself a little more room to breathe, and also start doing damage to the creeps so that he could stack it. And actually, he's going to get a stun off. He will at least make the trade. Storm Spirit picking off the Lion, Sniper getting the kill there. Ryuzal, though, getting hit with that Soul Rip, and then, well, the ult from Lion. Or Sniper, excuse me, to go down. Sumail could drop as well. He's going to go ahead and buy a Panic TP. He'll bring the Eidolons around. He needs a little more damage on him to deny himself, but he's not going to be able to. It looks like Shrapnel coming out. Oh dear, he's dead.
Yeah. And that's even missing the rip as well.
That's a triple kill for Brax. He has treads 4.5 or 5 minutes in, 1,000 in the bank. I mean,
this is getting nasty.
If you told me Black Sheep would win this entire tournament, I would have laughed. I'm like, we have Wheel, we have eHug.
Well,
We have Boreal.
I wouldn't, to be honest, if you ask me. But I was like, I don't think so. It wouldn't be my first choice, that's for sure. But it would be like, yeah, maybe second place or third place because they're that good. But just simply, you know, eHug, for example, losing Sni, I feel like it really hurt them, even though that they're, you know, taking Jaguar now and Ralph as well. It's just they're not fully fledged. And Will, I don't know what happened with those guys. I mean, they look really well, and they just suddenly lost to Black Sheep, which I feel is the upset of the tournament, I would argue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not because Black Sheep are bad or anything, or they were outclassed. It's just, well, Will are just that damn good.
And we
Bam,
didn't
in
see
the
us
meantime,
coming.
he's gonna get a lot of damage into Infinity, by the way, dropping real low there.
Yeah, he lost a stat point or two there. And I do want to point out that this will be a very big deal for Tiny. Every time Infinity hits him, he's going to take away an attack speed, which is a very important resource for Tiny. Let's just
Yes.
go ahead and say. Like,
Yeah, in the meantime, also, well, not in the meantime, but, you know, while that happens, Ryuzo with the haze just scouts him out and just, you know, like, zup, and gets out. Wait. Tiny had, like, almost 1,200 gold, and where the hell did it go?
bottle. Yeah.
Bottle?
Yeah, he's getting bottles so he can really regen. And, yes, it makes sense, but here's my argument about it, is it slows down your core items so much.
Well, it does depend also which core item are you gonna go with first. I would say that I think I would love to see him rushing a Blink Dagger, just because since you don't have a Wisp next to you, I think you should be relegated to more of a utility role to some degree. So, you know, rushing a Blink Dagger pretty much allows the other...
Two-man Earth Spike, into two-man Decay, and Tombstone. Avalanche comes through, doesn't do enough, but Sexy Bambo under fire. The Yawar will come in and nail Bloody Nine. He's alone. They're getting a great team fight off here. Black Hole even committed, and it's going to be more than enough to finish him off. They'll trade Sumail for it. But Infinity, on a killing spree, he gets two. He's going to ult to get another and get away. Double kill for Brax, but... still,
he's picking up the slack.
Here's the big thing, though. eHug are getting their safe lane farmer farmed. Something they've failed to do accurately in the previous two games.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, but at the same time, look at Annihilate. He's just rocking this bottom lane.
I'd say
And on
Brood is
top
winning
of
this
that-
lane. Look at the last hits. Brood is 7 last hits ahead of him, has 14 more denies.
Yeah, well, that is right, but at the same time, Annihilate is farming like a madman here.
They've got dust.
All things considered.
Oh, double dust coming out, actually, as both sides getting dusted. MJW with the
dust.
toss. One more hit will do the job, but they need to get that one more hit, and he's at haste move speed. And this would have delayed the Midas coming out for Brood, but it's actually...
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
the
that's-
spider snipe! I'll tell you what, his spider senses must have been
Target the wrong
tingling or
hero,
something.
though.
I don't think he could see MJW at that point.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The dust had
That
worn
was-
off, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm now going to make it my duty. When there's a Broodmother in the game, I must make as many Spider-Man jokes as possible. It just, it has to happen.
Good luck with that. I don't have enough.
Or Spider-Woman.
lore or Spider-Man.
Oh, I've got tons of lore, Rupture. I told you
Yeah.
about what I've been doing
You
with
can
my
talk
iPad,
to me
right?
about Deadpool, but the Spider-Man, nah, not as much.
I was actually reading Deadpool today. I've got this deal where it's like $70 a year and you read unlimited Marvel comics, except for like 6 months or newer, which is still a really great deal.
Yeah,
Because
sounds like a really
there's
good
tons of them. Like, if you go at like $1 a comic, I've already gotten much more than my money's worth out of it.
one. I mean, there's thousands, bro.
Yeah.
That's just thousands.
Anyways,
Anyway,
enough
yeah.
of a digression about that. Spider Mama down here. As her Midas up at a very good timing, especially for an offlaner.
Yeah, but at the same time, again, well, this is... Well, okay, wait a minute. I just noticed something. What the hell is Annihilate going for?
Battle Fury.
Oh, God.
No. I'll tell you why. First of all,
I
farm
know why.
Spider
I
Legs.
used to do this, but back
But-
then it was Dota 1 and I was just 6 months in.
Oh, but it's
Play the
good.
games.
It can work. In theory, at least. You tap each creep once,
Bambo.
you blow the whole creep wave, the creep wave's dead, it did tons of damage. Bambo going down, speaking of tons of damage, but Yawar will be traded for him, so it's another 1-for-1 in a very close game 3, something I didn't think we were going to be getting.
Oh, so he's gonna get the brunt of the damage
dear.
from my Annihilate and a quick decay just to ensure the kill. Nice and easy, but MJW could capitalize on this. No, he won't. I don't know, he's still lurking.
Yeah, I think it
But
is
no.
definitely going to be that battle for you, though. But meanwhile, Brax, he finds Slark up top, takes him down, and now the game beginning to turn a bit toward eHug. However, or Black Sheep, excuse me, but I Annihilate, he does have the most farm on the map on Sand King, which is really weird. Can I just say, oh, they're going to come in, they've got the dust. And he's going to be going down, and Spider Mama's going to have her babies as well. He did get to buy out his Void Stone, though, I believe. No? Oh, okay, okay. It's
Top
not.
lane.
It's not Battle Fury either. It's a Vanguard, which is even weirder.
I mean, it does make sense. The Crimson Guard really mitigates, and the Vanguard per se mitigates a lot of the damage from the spiders.
It actually, the Crimson Guard would mitigate all the damage from the spiders. In fact,
Yeah,
completely.
like literally 0 damage. That's
Because they do 18 or 9. They get 2 extra damage with Venture Spirit's aura right now, and that's level 1. So let's just say they get 20, 30 damage each. That's not that much.
Yeah, it will mitigate most of the damage. Like, what was the amount of block? It's like 20 damage block already. Oh,
with
Ryuzo
Crimson
actually
Guard
gonna get
on-
assassinated.
With Crimson Guard on, it's 50 damage block. And it's 40 anyways from Vanguard if it procs. And it's a 67% chance, so yeah.
War.
Yeah, Yawar's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to be going down. And Brother Enigma over here, well, he's going to run straight into Sexy Bambo. He'll drop a Midnight Pulse, but
That
okay.
was
Kill steal.
questionable.
I
For
will
the
say,
Enigma,
though, for the Enigma, yes. But
Yeah, I was like, Sumel, why are you here? What you doing?
by the time I saw him, it was too late.
Yeah.
They had him cornered. And John getting the kill steal there, like, you can say it's a kill steal like I did, but he's going to be able to actually get his blink if he gets a couple kills early on, so it's not that
It's
bad.
worth it.
And the carries are farming well anyway.
Yeah.
Now, let's be honest, if your carry needs the kill, give it to him, please. But Brax has a Sanj and Yasha 12 minutes in on top of Treads and an Aquila and 500 in the bank. He's going to be fine.
Yeah. Actually, Brax is started spiraling out of control already. 9-1. I mean,
Radiant's top tower.
especially because he manages to get a kill into infinity, which it shouldn't happen, period.
Well, with Sniper,
Right there.
I mean, Slark's toolkit is really designed to work against someone else. You have to pop your ult in order to evade the damage from Sniper's ult. You're not going to regen in between that because he has vision of you. And it's going to be very hard for you to regen if he's smart with the shrapnel and places it beforehand because he's going to have vision of you.
Yeah, that is true, but at the same
Okay.
time, you shouldn't. I mean, either you cut the distance to him so you can have like a really quick and easy kill, especially because the pounds deal so much damage early
It's
on.
a push build
on
for
top of the
MJW
combo.
too.
Yeah.
He's got an
Oh,
Necro
Bloody
coming on the
Nine.
courier right now. Bloody Nine, though he'll get zipped back. Storm zipping away as well. They will take him down and they'll be going after the Tombstone as well now. Shrapnel coming out, hits 3 though. But it's not going to be too much of an issue. It's actually Infinity. I'm assuming he's not going to go for Midas here. I'm thinking Blink Dagger, maybe Shadow Blade, but probably Blink Dagger. Because let's be honest, Black Sheep need an Ags on Tiny, and they have enough damage to do anything.
Top tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Actually, Bambo has now his Blink Dagger, which I feel like is gonna be that utility role that we were wanting. Okay, even utility as a mobile ward. He just stood in front of your ward. He was like, well, I'm just gonna blink away. Why? Because I can.
I guess
But
so.
shut up, I'm Sexy Bambo. I do what I want. You know, it's
Yeah.
pretty much felt like that. And actually, something curious on the bottom lane is the fact that Annihilate is trying to cut as much creep wave or try to starve out MJW as possible.
It
But at
ain't
the same
working.
time, MJW is cutting creeps himself, so it's kind of a draw there.
I mean, MJW plays this hero very well. I think, the fact that he just knows a lot about the hero. You can see it in his playstyle. And the fact that, I mean, without boots, he's at 501 move speed and webs. So, who needs boots? You know? You're fine.
Yeah.
And he's going to take advantage of that. I mean, think about how many boots he would have to buy. He has 8 legs, for crying out loud. He doesn't have enough slots, so forget the boots. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to deal with that crap. We're just going to go
That's
bootsless.
a lot of leather, man.
Barefoot Broody. Down here.
Anyway, also something curious. Oh, well, in the meantime, Infinity actually gonna force up a couple TPs in the top lane, and he's just gonna pop his ult and bail out of there. And now I see why you mean about that matchup. Yeah, that Sharpnel actually going through the ultimate of the Slark is a really big issue for him.
Yeah. Luckily, the creeps don't disable damage, or don't disable blink on damage, or he would have been in a lot of trouble.
Now eHug are gonna try to get a quick trip to Roche Town. Sumail getting through the hard part, and MJW just, you know, spidering around and just landing on him.
I really want Roche to do that AoE attack right now, just to see, like, how much damage it will actually... Never mind, it's not that much.
Yeah. And I mean, Black Sheep doesn't have any idea.
Oh, it's 70 damage?
MJW was really smart doing the rotation through the spider, the webs, pretty much. So, you know.
Okay. It does more late game, I see, but 70 damage is like nothing.
Also, something worth noting that I found curious. This is Sexy Bamboo's Tiny. It looks like a clusterfuck of fuckery. That means I'm actually Ryuso falling into Brax once again.
And they're gonna get Brax.
The Aegis. So,
wait, he did pop the Aegis?
Yeah,
okay.
Yawara was the one with the Aegis, so Brax actually manages to kill the Eventual Spirit and pop the Aegis, so I think that's a win for Black Sheep, to be honest.
Here's the problem, though. Yawara's sitting on 57 last hits and 2,200 gold. He has no items. He has treads, he has a soul ring, he has an old talisman. That's cute, but it does nothing.
So what are you suggesting, that he will have to step up his farming game?
I think he needs an Orchid. Look at these heroes. Each one of them at least gets somewhat shut down by Orchid. Sniper not as much, but it'll at least reduce his effective HP by a little bit. I say that, but Sniper does have Sanjinasha and an ultimate orb, so...
Yeah, what I'm referring is like, okay, how you do in order to, you know, cash in that Orchid, you know. It's like, well, you're gonna set him on a lane to just solo farm, like for 2 or 3 minutes and try to hold on the rest of the map, or you're gonna try to do that via kills, or, you know, how are you gonna achieve that most efficiently? That would be my question there.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. It looks like he is going for Bloodstone.
He's actually gonna go for the Bloodstone.
I can't blame him for that, though. But, oh dear. You are, bro. You are in... Okay. Lion Blue both disables, so I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Baited a TP for a TP. It does something, at least. And Infinity actually... Whoa. Who was that? Took down the Sand King. Sec lag. We got lag. I think they might just be doing a victory dance over there on the side of eHug at the moment.
Still, it's Annihilate, which I would say is the safe lane carry of the team, but at the same time, it's like, well, what do you really have for the Sand King as a build-up? He already has his Blink Dagger for a while ago, on top of the Vanguard, Arcane Boots. So, if anything, he's like a surprisingly resilient frontliner for Black Sheep, I would say, if he keeps building items of this nature. Something I was about to say, and I totally blanked on this. Oh yeah, by the way, do you notice? And this is I would say is more of a trivia to the viewers, especially if you're like old NA Dodo. Old schooler. You know that Ja has his full tag is Ja.DWI.
Yeah.
On the lobbies, right? Do you know what the DWI is?
Well, I know what a DUI is, but
no.
Driving while influenced.
It's a little bit like an NA Dodo story, which is like DWI's Deal With It, which was just first competitive
team. Oh, I've got the wrong overlay.
Team in Heroes of Newark.
But
And I think that team had like it was Beacon, no, Beatis, the guy from EG. That one with the invented the Gurg, the whole Gurg thing. Which he used to play for Evil Geniuses. Also, I think Bambo was on that team, if I'm correct. Or no, not Bambo. Sorry, Bloody Nine was in that team as well. And fuck, I'm missing someone. Swindle Melons was on the first incarnation on that team. Funnily enough, so, you know,
it's kind of neat. A little bit of a reunion here.
Yeah. So, you know, deal with it. Before the meme, by the way. It was like 2000, fuck, I don't know, 2008? Something like that. So,
yeah,
there was no deal with it gifs and shit, you know. It was like the legit deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
That was pretty, I don't know, like a little, like a real front of pass. It's like the tag that Gods have on, well, used to have on his Dota profile.
Yeah.
With the Natural 9. It's kind of the same thing. Also,
do you see all these spiderlings? They get stuck in the trees and they're like, we have to file out.
Like, yeah, we're cruising through. Wait, nope, we don't.
You see this, right? MJW wants it. He's gonna actually just bring the Necronomicon illusions down. I mean, he also has a Midas to push with, which is gonna, you know, get rid of creep every
8.
Just one.
Yeah. He's actually, I don't know what eHug are trying to do here. I mean, they're kind of like jockeying for position, but I don't really know where or with what purpose. They're just flat out backing out. Oh, okay, that will explain why. They were just flat out backing out and just kill an MJW. I totally missed that, by the way. So they were just pretty much cutting their losses. Okay.
So let's talk about where this game is going. eHug actually, now somebody take a picture. They have a lead in both gold and XP for the first time this series. They have a substantial lead. Problem is, Sniper is sitting. Okay, guys. Look, too much smoking is bad for your health, and if you both smoke at the same time, well, it's just a waste.
Well, depends on
no, but here it's definitely a waste, and actually, it might not be completely wasted. Annihilate will get tossed into infinity, but he will get away here. Sumail,
well, they catch Sumail,
he's got Black Hole. He's dead already. They're gonna commit not one but 2 ults, and Annihilate coming in with the ulti as well. I mean, they know they have to kill Sumail, though. They're shutting off Black Hole with that, and if they have to commit that much to shut it off, they just have to.
And your war has no backup as well, so... Oh, you're gonna
no mana.
River? Alright, fine. Brax is already waiting for you. See, this is what
even
I
if he
really
got
like
over the cliff, he would have gotten killed. It was just too easy.
Yeah. And this is what I really like about Black Sheep. The movement that they do in the map, you know, in general, it's like 1 or 2 steps ahead of what, you know, it's actually happening. And I feel like that's one of those little things that older Dota players do have, but sometimes it just gets lost in the translation, I would say. Well, not in the translation, but lost in like time in generations in general. Like
oh no!
Forget
Here we go again. Sumail, he just got back up, and he's gonna go down.
Well,
this is that crushes spirit play. And as soon as I said eHug have a lead, they're losing it very quickly.
Yeah.
And Bambo doesn't even have Ags. Nor is he anywhere close. I think.
Here is the worst part about this. This is a lineup that can scale ridiculously on the side of Black Sheep. Outside of Annihilate, because it's going for, like, you know, the frontliner, I mean, soak up damage as a utility hero.
It can work, though. It can work.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, outside of that build, you know, outside of the Sand King, because it's going for a build that is pretty just utility.
Yeah.
Also, the other heroes are really good scaling up in terms of damage. I mean, hell, the Undying is really good for that. Oh, quick jump from Jaguar, but he's dealing a lot of damage.
Braxto getting jumped.
Pat.
And no, they can't jump him. Infinity goes in, he gets a great leash shock, but the rest of the team just crowds around him and says, look, as soon as you come out of that ult, you're ours. We will take you and we'll fight you.
That's the graphic description of peer pressure.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, nope, you're not, no, bro, you're not gonna touch him. Man.
It's more a psychological thing, just to crowd around him. Oh goodness, that is just an explosion of money for Bambo as well.
Yeah.
Jalag. Oh, he's Hawaiian. Okay, we're learning so much about Ja tonight, Rupture. Or I am, at least. You may have known that.
I think also Toffees was from Hawaii, but he traveled inland, so...
Yeah.
Just, another trivia, but yeah...
Have you seen Toffees as kid, though?
Yeah.
That kid is so adorable.
Yeah, I mean, for a kid, he's adorable.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I hate kids, so
oh,
you're
okay.
asking the wrong person.
I guess I am, yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, well, I guess he looks... I mean... there is an old saying here that is like, no hay muerto malo ni bebé feo. Meaning in English, there is no evil dead, or guy who dies.
What?
Or there is no ugly baby, pretty much. So
how does that mean?
What
the
I think
same
with this
thing?
is like it's like what that means is like when you have like a funeral, is like no one is gonna trash talk the dead guy. No one.
Yeah, of course. Oh, but zip in from Yawar. He's gonna go after Sexy Bambo, who gets healed to the max. And Yawar, I hate to break. Oh wait, is he gonna? He gets away. A beautiful black hole. Actually, out on 3, it looked like, but isn't enough. Annihilate coming in. He's gonna charge up the ulti, and the jittery man. He's gonna come across the sands for you. Hide your kids, hide your wife. They ulted everybody out here. Infinity's down. Ryuzal, he's down. 3 left standing on the side of eHug. Yawar, though. Well, he didn't buy back. Remember, he never died.
Oh, Bloodstone, yes.
He never died.
Never died? I thought
he got out of that. It was a miracle, but he did. The toss on Sumail, though, he'll be going down. His brother's still standing. MJW on the back lines, at least, but they still haven't managed to really bring it down anybody on the side of Black Sheep. They've got a gym on Tiny, so MJW can't just walk up and kill Sniper, It's not that easy anymore.
And also, he has like a lot of spiderlings he's able to farm as well. Yeah, that was actually a 2-man black hole, but Bambo did one of those Bambo things that he does.
They got Annihilate! The long range zip in. Annihilate can burrow strike out of this, but they might not even try, actually, as Yawar will fall.
That's how you call in any Dota, pretty much baited. And oh my god,
or any Dota.
Took it.
Brack's getting 4 staffed away from these Necro units at this point. And there's a blink on the line, by the way.
Units, though. They're trying to make some space. Something happened to MJW, but it's... I mean, without that web, they're just... No, they're not able to cover the ground fast enough. And, well... Whew. And Annihilate actually made it out alive, by the way.
Yeah.
So, that was arguably a disaster for... eHug. Oh,
the big thing here, though, is that when Yawar zipped in that first time, he took Tiny down to almost no health. 1 soul rip, and Tiny's like, I'm fine, guys. No big deal. It was like a double mech. Keep in mind, that heals for, what do we say? I've got my calculator here. 480.
Jungle, actually, and they're gonna get, at the very least, the Undying here.
And the Tombstone. But, I mean, Undying's dead, so who cares? Keep in mind that they have, if Brood has an army of Spiderlings nearby and they haven't killed him, Actually, Yawar is more in trouble here. He has 6 Bloodstone charges. He's gonna zip away. He'll get hit with the Sniper ulti. Bambo's got a blink. In 2 seconds. It'll actually get disabled. Beautiful Midnight Pulse there. They get the mech off on him. He's trying. He's gonna find it. He will kill him. Yawar is dead.
He did, son. Good long range, like a nice preemptive swap there for Ryusa, so at least
I don't know that the swap was necessary.
Like
the swap seemed pointless, by my opinion.
Well, that was more of a mind game. They thought that he was gonna, pursue.
I guess so. Maybe.
So, I mean, that's what I was going about Black Sheep. Oh, Infinity actually gonna go in Bambo, and Bambo's like, well, I guess I'll just sit here. Oh, surprise! Epicenter into Burrow Strike. What? Bait now? Oh, there we go. Headshot. Get out of here.
And that was... He actually used the ult there.
That was sick.
But I believe the projectile was still incoming and killed him. It ain't looking great.
Well, I would say that was sick from Bambo, but honestly, most of the play was from Annihilate. So, I mean, but this pocket plays, when you have such an advantage after a team fight that happened like that, oh god, it's just rough, man, because those are the kind of engagements that just demoralize you. Just like, why do you do that? You know, and start questioning your own individual skill. In the meantime, MJW is gonna try to buy some time for his own team, you know, split pushing top, but man, you're trying a tier 2 for Raxus pretty much, and Bambo is actually gonna get a kill into the Vengeful Spirit, and Jaguar next on the chopping block, and here, god, this is starting to get ugly.
If there's possibly a game 3, I don't think I want to even cast this series anymore, Rupture. It's hideous. It hurts. Especially as someone who has liked eHug as a team from the moment they re-entered the meta, and I even liked the old eHug back at like TI4 qualifiers. But it hurts me to see these guys getting crushed like this.
It's just getting ugly and ugly. MJW might actually get a little bit of a pickup here, but yeah.
Brax going down.
Going back a little bit into the point that I was trying to.
And I do want to say, they're not out of it yet. It's not completely gone, and I will obviously cast the third game if there is one. I just want to clarify.
It's just as a fan, you would say. Nice toss there from Bambo. God, this guy.
Oh, nice purge by Infinity though.
Crap. Yeah. Still,
I didn't think you could purge Avalanche that way, but okay.
Those pockets, those, I would say not pockets, right, but those quirky little
moves?
You know, moves that you do, like really detailed moves that, or interactions that you force, so to speak, you know, with the toss, just, you know, thinking outside the box. That's what guys like Bambo really shine through. And my god, that was amazing.
That was a fast rush, though.
Cosmetic sets on the Tiny, which looked like a freaking clusterfuck.
Looks like he went to the garage sale and said, "Yeah, I'll have one of everything."
Jesus, man. Looks like one of the sets that I would build, man.
Not to mention, he also, if he ever gets an axe, which I don't think is the plan here, because he's going Shadow Blade of all things, he actually has the Immortal from TI, so... Yeah, none of it's gonna make
weird
sense.
As fuck.
I want to see it, but I don't think we will.
Infinity, quick pounds there, but Annihilate just playing a little bit of mind game. Nice burrow strike to disengage, but the Urn is gonna delay his exit
blink
there. But at the same time, just Brax is just.
Your War has Aegis, but he's dead, and he's basically gonna have to run away with this. Like he literally has to.
Yeah.
No, he can ult if he can. Oh dear. Oh dear. He couldn't ult.
What did I told you? What did I told you?
You told me. Yep, you told me for sure.
Yep, if he can. And these guys are just playing really these guys are mechanically just, you know, they're in the zone right now. They're in full. They're riding high. That's what I could say. And going back a little bit into the point that I was trying to delve, you know, before the huge team fight, like 5-minute marathon happened here, it's the fact that, oh well, that's a lot of money for Annihilate, by the way, is that most of this lineup, it scales really well. I mean, outside of the Tiny, because he's going for a really utility build.
Let's be honest though, even with the utility build, he's going to scale really well. He already has 1500 HP.
Then. Yeah, even then, but let's say for the sake of argument, he's going full, like, you know, supporty stuff, you know, try to get a quick kill here on the Vengeful Spirit with ease and just set up for an assassinate. That actually got counteracted with a good mech, so.
And a bit of a miss by Sexy Bambo there.
Yeah.
It was not as sexy as it's been, let's just say.
Yeah, still, I mean, Brax has chance to actually, like, build... he's gonna probably go for a BKB, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes, like, with a Monkeys Forever build, which was with the Lifesteal. Oh, Infinity is just gonna get demolished here, just mauled. Lion has some potential of extra damage, you know, with freaking...
E-Blade Axe Dagon.
Maybe...
No, E-Blade Axe and Dagon. Rupture. You gotta go all the way.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm just saying, you know, just to be conservative, because
reasonable, yeah,
last that long, but he has that many slots in order to, you know, profit from. And the Undying, particularly on Bloody 9, it's a hero that surprisingly scales really well. People tend to say,
Brax?
Oh, Brax is going to pick up, though.
Oh no!
Oh, that's gorgeous. I think that
might be it.
Yeah.
It might just be it. Ryu's all going to go down. 3 on the sidelines. The beautiful 2-charge Bloodstone now down to the loneliest number 1.
Is top
Yeah.
tower.
And Brood's like,
Well, yeah,
I've got a
it's getting
family, but
real.
I wouldn't. Oh wait, the buyback from Storm. Could this be it, Rupture? Spoiler alert, probably not.
If for some reason all the black
Nice
ships
juke
just
by
like
MJW,
Brax
actually.
unattended, maybe.
Oh, they take down Sexy Bambo, who buys back instantly. No big deal for him. And I Annihilate coming in with the ulti. Infinity.
Yeah. Just
Good game, well played. It looks like Black Sheep are your CEVO champions, and me and Rupture are gonna get to cast another game tonight. Hopefully a less one-sided game.
God damn, man. I Annihilate, bro. He just.
I'd rather watch TI4 finals again than
I
that.
feel like the proper way to explain, particularly that last engagement, what he did. You need to go to his Twitter profile,
Yeah.
check his profile picture, and post that bitch in. That's pretty much the best way that you could put in pictures how I Annihilate just ended that game, bro.
We could
Just
say
like-
he annihilated them. Seriously, but... Yeah, it will be Black Sheep's victory. Of course, this is the end of CEVO Season 6, except there is a third-place match tomorrow. We may end up covering that. I don't know, to be honest.
Like, I don't give a fuck, man.
We might. It'll probably be a better game than this one, to be honest. It starts at 5 p.m. tomorrow if we do end up covering that. If not, I'm pretty sure it'll be on the main CEVO channel.
It's gonna be Wheel versus Boreal.
Yep,
So
and that should
it's
be a
gonna
pretty
be
good one.
interesting, if anything.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, we can talk about, of course, Join Dota League Season number 5. Ints up against THD coming up in just a few minutes here, guys. It's in 21 minutes, so guess what? You don't even have to change the channel. That's right. It's going to be right here on twitch.tv/Truesight TV. If you're in the game and you don't have the JDL ticket, we'll be happy to host you over here. Should be a very interesting 2-game series. I'm happy to be covering that, and I'm assuming you'll stick with me, Rupture.
Yeah, I should grab a bite, but yeah,
Go ahead,
I'll
man.
probably cover this. So.
Yeah. Anyways, congrats to Black Sheep. Congrats to eHug for making it this far. Sumail, Enigma, maybe try again later. Teach your brother more about Storm. But, hey, we're Truesight TV, SP Revolution 5, and Rupture with a 3 instead of an E at the end. You can find us on Twitter under those names. We really appreciate your support. Let us know with any comments, critiques, shoutouts, whatever. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna catch you on the we're gonna catch you on the next series. So
Yeah.
stick around, bros.